schools filled with very poor children,
Right.
whatever they look like, also have a different climate to them, typically.
Right.
There are different kinds of discipline issues. There are different levels of what children are bringing to school in terms of their preparation to be there, the way that they behave at school. When middle class or white families or middle class black families show resistance to the idea of a combination like the one you're describing, it's almost always perceived as being, well, this must be fundamentally rooted in race, when in reality, if one's honest about it, there are other things
Right.
at play too.
There are other things that I think are tied up into race. Like race isn't just skin color. Race is also sort of perceptions of someone's place in kind of the broad scheme of society. And I'm not going to say it's like understandable that like you know I don't want to assume my kids are black kids. I think that's a wrong-headed thing. And I think if you look at the data, right, that if you an upper income parent who sends their kid to a poor school, that kid's going to be fine, right? That's where the data strongly suggests that for rich parents, there's no actual danger in sending your kids to school with poor kids. And for the poor kids, having the resources of the rich kids is tremendously helpful. Right. But, you know, in a society where race is just as much about, where race is class, right? Where race is all of these things that you can't disentangle from, then almost inherently these other legitimate concerns, like I don't know how we're going to deal with behavior issues, become tied up in race, and there's sort of no way to disentangle them. You also muddle things if you purely say, well, this is just because people are racist.